Donovan Mitchell.
I could have guessed you was going to ask me that question.
You knew it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But what can you say about his fourth quarter, the way he takes control for just being a rookie? I mean, very few rookies do that. You were one of them.
I think this league is all about opportunity and confidence, and he's been given both. Obviously, the talent. That's what this league is about. It's talent all over the place from top to bottom. But when you're given the opportunity and you're given the confidence and you're given the ability to make mistakes, then you can do well in this league, and he's definitely done that so far.
Does this game remind you of young Dwayne at all?
I don't know. I mean, Dwayne didn't shoot threes like Donovan has done, and D Wade. I don't know, two different players, but they do slash, and I've seen them work the way they work, both in the fourth quarter, late in games, and throughout the game. So Donovan, what people don't talk about, is the ability to pass the ball as well, and that's something D Wade was. He was born with that ability.
Ron, would you like to see him possibly in a dunk contest or anything? He did have some nice dunks, man.
Well, I'm a Donovan Mitchell spokesman right now. I like the kid. He can play, but come on now. I like him. He's a very good player, but I don't even the dunk contest. I don't even think about it. I don't know. Yeah, well, if he wants to, that's up to him.
LeBron, speaking of All-Star stuff, I think it came out recently that the captains are going to pick the teams in private.
In private. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the odds of you being a captain are very high.
Okay.
Would you be all right if you had to pick the team in public, or do you think it's a better idea?
It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter. I mean, if I'm at the end of the day, if I'm just rewarded to be a part of the All-Star game again, that's cool for me. So it doesn't matter. All the other stuff is extracurricular to me.
Brian, you think it's good for the league that kind of stuff is public, just for fans' consumption?
Some things could be held private. Like my conversation with Lonzo, that can be, everything doesn't need to be said and people find out. There should be some type of privacy, so I'm okay with it.
You think that could, as far as locker room wise, if one guy thinks somebody wasn't on his team, you think that would be something that could upset somebody's relationship when a guy's that sensitive?
I hope not. We all grown men. It doesn't stop your paycheck from coming. It won't stop you from playing time when the season starts, so trying to win. Listen, you're trying to win in the All-Star game. So you want to get the best player. You want to get the best caliber player. Obviously, you're gonna have some. You're gonna have some type of faithfulness, obviously, to your teammates. But also, you want to compete. That's when our game is watched the most in All-Star Weekend. That's when all the countries come in. That's when everybody paying attention. And Sunday hasn't been so well the last few years, and we want to try to make it much better.
This Utah team coming off a big victory, man, versus Boston.
Huge victory.
Twice. What type of challenges does the team present, man?
That's a huge win for them last night. I watched the whole game from top to bottom, and for them to lose their top two bigs and Gobert and Derek Favors and them guys still been able to go out there. They moved the ball extremely well. Rubio had a great game last night, but they just play at a high pace, and they move the ball, they share the ball, they drive closeouts. If you don't get to them, they can shoot the three really well. And they made shots. Even when Boston started to kind of get into the game, they continued to make shots. And in the second quarter, they held Boston, at one point I think it was 0 for 14 until they finally made a shot. I think Kyrie finally came in and made a shot when he came off the bench. But, those guys from Mitchell to Rubio to Ingles, Jerebko, and then the bench come in with Allen Burke and Joe Johnson, the rest of those guys. They've been playing some good ball. Rodney Hood, so we got to be ready for whatever they bring tonight.
You've been with Cy since his days in that first day, and then to now, what do you think besides the biggest strides?
I just think every day is a learning experience, and he's learned every single day. He's gotten better every single day. His composure has gotten better every single day. And just the trust. I mean, the trust in his guys. He knows his guys won't. We're not a big practice team, and he trusts in us that we're gonna get our work done, even when we're not practicing. which we do. Guys are in here on off days every single time we have an off day. When we don't practice, guys are in here working on their game, and he just trusts us that we're going to be ready to go in the games because we don't have much practice time. So that's huge, for any team, but especially for a veteran ball player, that you have a coach that trusts you.
How is that helpful if you don't practice, but guys are here anyway? Why is that still beneficial then to the player to not have a formal practice?
Well, I mean, listen, at the end of our schedule, we've been every other day,
right,
for quite a while now.
Yeah.
So, I think our coach has done a great job of understanding what type of team we have. We're not a young team at all. We're an older team in this league. We've played a lot of games, and he understands that. So, he just tried to get us up off our feet just as much as we can, but he can't stop us from coming in here and still getting work, and we still come in and get work. So, it's definitely a line that he does a great job of having.
LeBron, I had the pleasure of going on the Polar Express with your third grade kids from Milwaukee.
Oh, wow.
North Pole was great. But what does it mean to you to be able to provide them with experiences like that?
I mean, you were with them, right? And you probably seen this, the excitement on their faces, and for me to be in a position where I can to do things like that for my kids. All my kids are my foundation, but it starts with our third graders because that's always the starting grade. To welcome them into the program and let them know that we're looking out for their best interests. We care about their future. We care about their education, and anytime we get an opportunity to do something special and fun, it makes them want to be a part of the program and continue to come back and also talk to other kids that's not in the program and want to be a part of it. So, that's it's always a pretty cool thing.
LeBron, there's not many guys in their 30s doing what you're doing or who have earned MVP. What would that mean to you to do it at this point in your career?
Well, team success has always been number one. But along no way, if you're able to accomplish some individual awards, individual achievements, it would mean a lot. I feel good. I mean, this is my 15th year, but this is one of the best years I've had as far as how I feel. And, I want to continue that. I want to kind of try to break the mold, for the next generation, so just take the narrative out of, okay, well, you pass your prime when you get 31, or you pass your prime in your 12th year in the league, or whatever the case may be. So hopefully I can break the mold, so when the next guy come and he can still get 200, 300 million and be 33 years old. I'm serious. You guys laugh, I'm serious. This is the mold I'm trying to break. So it's not just about me, it's for the next crew as well. So I'll be 33 in about 15. Today the 15th?
Yeah, Utah on your birthday too.
Yeah, I'll be 33 in 15 days. That is my 15th season, and this is the best I've felt in my career. I want it all.
To get your locker typically is a good sign post-game. What has you feeling pretty good about this one?
I just like the way we're playing ball as of late. 16 of our last 17, but more importantly, it's the way we've been playing. Defensively, we're playing inspired ball. Offensively, moving the ball, sharing the ball, and everyone's in a great rhythm. Doesn't mean everyone shoots the ball extremely well, every night, but everyone's in a good rhythm. Everyone feels a part of what we're trying to do, and we want to continue to build off that.
Why do you think, I know we talked about him after the last game, but why do you think Jose continues to get better in this offense and just with what you guys are doing?
Well, first of all, he's a true professional, and that's what we have around here, guys that show up no matter when their number is called. They're just ready to go. But at the end of the day, it takes a little time to get into a new system, and this is a new system for him. And, when put into the lineup, taken out, put into the lineup, it's hard to get into a rhythm no matter how professional you are, But at the end of the day, his number has been called for quite a while now, and he's been ready to go. And it's great to have him, that's for sure.
What has he done for the offense since being inserted in the starting lineup?
Well, first of all, if you know Jose, if you're any historian of the game since he's been in the NBA, he's always been up there in assist turnover ratio. So he doesn't turn the ball over, and that's great to have at the start of your offense. He doesn't turn the ball over, and then he shoots extremely well from behind the arc. And we're a team that creates pace and space, and he shoots extremely well. So you add that basketball IQ, you add his how well he takes care of the ball, and then how well he shoots the ball, and then he will give up his body as well, as you've seen him taking the charge tonight as well.
Looked like the Lakers were afraid to go under on Jose because of his outside shot and switch more. When teams do switch like that, what are you guys looking for offensively?
Well, I mean, we're an inside-outside team, and team switch on us, then we got to try to, beat them up in the post. And I think, Kev and Jeff Green did a great job of doing it tonight.
You've had a lot.
Go ahead.
You've had a lot of nice things to say about Lonzo. Now that you've played against him, is there anything that you saw out of him tonight that you hadn't seen on film or on TV or anything like that, or do you have a wider impression of him?
Nope. Everything I've told y'all is everything I've seen tonight.
Can you relate sort of to the pressure he came into the league with, or the hype he came into the league with? I mean, I don't know. He wasn't on the cover of SI when he was 15.
Nah, I can't relate to that. I've never had any type of pressure coming into the league before. Of course I can. I know everything that he's going through, so of course I can relate.
Hey, bro, what do you most appreciate about the way he plays, though?
Him? It's always team. Passes the ball, pushes the ball up the floor, someone that you want to play with. And, this is a team game. Everybody gets so caught up in this whole individual thing, and the team game gets so overlooked. But then, I'm not gonna go there. He's a really good player.
What did you think of how the Lakers as a whole played?
Say that again?
What did you think of how the Lakers as a whole played? What did you think of their style, and especially in the first half?
Well, they get the ball up the floor, and no matter what makes and misses, I said that before we played our last game, that if you don't get back in transition, and they're gonna make you pay because they look up the floor, and they got a lot of guys, young guys too, that get up and running up and down. So they exploited that at some points of the game for us tonight.
LeBron, you tied Larry Bird in all-time triple doubles tonight. When you hear Bird's name, what comes to mind? What do you think about him?
He's one of the greatest players that ever played this game. The kid from French Lick, Boston, and one of the few guys that ever, be in a three-point contest and shoot with a warm-up shirt on. And but just as he played it till he couldn't play no more. Obviously, we know that he just played till he literally couldn't play the game no more. He gave everything he had. And for young guys that don't know him, they think of Larry Bird as a jump shooter. But he was so much more than that. He was a passer. He averaged double-digit rebounds. He defended. He took charges. And, he's a straight-up complete basketball player. And me as a small forward, Scotty, Bird, Doc, George Gervin. They're guys that I kind of looked up to being a small forward, and they kind of set the precedence of what it is to, go out there as a professional and give it all. So, I've always been a big fan of Larry Bird, and, if I'm linked with any of the greats, especially like him, it's pretty cool.
You had a moment yesterday with a youngster, Andrew, at the hospital. Did that cross your mind when that happened today?
Yeah, it did. It was that was pretty cool. What was, I heard him yelling for me outside his room, and he told me to dunk on Zoe, and I seen that thing went viral too. People always try to make a big deal out of it, but listen, if the kid got one wish, it didn't happen. But if he had one wish, to get his mind off what they go through on an everyday basis in that hospital, man, I was just happy to be a part of that.
You said a lot of things, tweeted up things that people sort of want to read into, go nuts over about the Lakers, about Lonzo, wishing him happy birthday, all that kind of stuff. Do you get a kick out of seeing the reaction to that kind of stuff?
I don't see the reaction because I don't get involved in it. I don't do it to get a reaction. I do it because, he's said over and over since he was growing up and who he modeled his game after, and who was his favorite player, and it was me, and I was humbled by that. So me wishing him a happy birthday was kind of the salute back to him. I see all the, the stupid noise that happens, and I can't buy a place in LA. I can't live in LA. It's funny noise, and but I don't get involved in it because when I post things, I don't look at comments. I'm so far removed of the white noise and the noise that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me.
The things that you said about Lonzo, is that why it was so important for you to have that post-game chat with him after the game?
Absolutely.